A community inside Club Ichi is called Event Minds Matter, and it focuses on the mental health and well being of our event professionals. One of the organizations that we are fundraising for today is community grants for the Event Minds Matter community. So, Janice Cardinale leads this community, and she is live in the BB Blanc Studio in Toronto, Canada. Hey, team, are y'all ready? In Toronto?
Good afternoon. Yes, it's 12 o'clock and we're here. I know we were supposed to start at 11, but that's okay. That's not a problem. I got to tell everybody, we are here from the BB Blanc Studios, and I want you to know that I have not been in this place for 5 years. And let me tell you, so much has changed here, because when this place opened, it was the opening party was the 23rd of March, 2020. Couldn't have been a worse time, but I got to tell you, these guys hung in. They made it happen, and I actually was here for the first event for CSE, which this is where Trish Knox and I were staying to produce that event. But here I am, and it's 2025. I'm here for the telethon, and I'm walking my way over to the founder of this fabulous company, Rennie Kaleli. Hi, I'm great.
Welcome
How are
to the
you?
studio. Great. Excellent.
It's so nice to see you after all this time.
And it's
you
nice
know,
to have you back.
Yes, I know. I feel like I'm somewhere else, a long way away, but now I'm feeling the vibe again. But let me ask you a question. You know, you've done so much work on this studio. Tell me a little bit about what matters to you now that you've just done such a gorgeous job.
In the studio or in the company?
The studio and the company.
Perfect. So, you know, the studio was like kind of a pleasant surprise. No one was expecting the pandemic, obviously. And we had just moved into this new space, 45,000 square feet. So once we caught our breath, like the rest of the industry, we pivoted to build a beautiful studio. The one nice thing is we had a lot of space to build something spectacular. And within a short time, it became the #1 studio in Canada. So we owe a lot of our staying power and our ability to make it through the pandemic to the studio and to the great staff that we have that help us pivot. So the studio has kind of saved us through that time. And oddly enough, in a strange way, we've been trying to close the studio for a couple of years so we could take all our equipment and put it back into inventory. But we still have so much demand for virtual, and it's still going strong here. So it's fantastic.
When I walked in this morning, I could not believe my eyes. There were 10 people in the other area, which I wish I could take you all over there to see. How many people are working on this event today? It's incredible. And that's the one thing about you, Rennie. You don't do it small. You do it big. And I want to say, for all of you who may or may not be thinking about coming to Toronto, this is a studio you want to consider if you're producing an event, because this is modern, it's state of the art, and I've got to tell you, the nicest people you'd ever want to meet, especially my friend Rennie. How long have we known each other, Rennie?
Oh my God. Back when you were doing bar mitzvahs, Janice.
God, that's hilarious.
And I was DJing weddings.
Yeah, I think my daughter's listening to this. She's probably laughing her head off. But tell me something. Do you think that you're prepared for the future of what's happening today?
I think our company is positioned really well. We've made a lot of key investments. #1 is in people. We think we have a fantastic team, leadership, management, and all the way down to the technical team and the people prepping our shows. So we've spent a lot of time investing in the right people, the right systems and processes. So we think we got that down. The other key thing is we made a lot of key investments into our business, which is the equipment and the systems to allow us to scale and grow. So we're very excited about the future. I'm super excited. I'm the oldest guy here now.
No,
so,
I think I'm the oldest guy here now.
Today.
Girl, I mean.
Today.
Today,
so,
yes.
I'm super excited because we have a fantastic young team. They're full of energy. They're super passionate about what they do, and it shows, like in the work that we do, and the feedback from our customers. Like the experience you had here today, that's the type of feedback we get from all our clients. So, I just want to say one thing. Anybody coming up to Canada who needs support, it's not only the studio, but we're a full live event production company. So we can help you with anything you need all throughout Canada, and from audio, video, lighting, staging, We also do design, and we also have a team to produce all the content similar to what you see on the back as well.
And you mentioned that Haley was here this past summer. What was she doing?
Past summer, I think she did an event with one of her insurance clients, and they broadcast out from here. So that was pretty good.
God bless my daughter. Okay, so we know we're running a little bit behind, but I have to mention Liz and Nicole, who are two women I have a great deal of respect for. These two ladies, I feel like they took me in off the street 2 years ago, and they became part of my world. And I don't feel like we are partners in the sense of partners, but I feel like we're family. And people always ask me here in Canada, what is Club Ichi? And I find myself explaining it. I should make a recording already. But I'll tell you about Club Ichi. Club Ichi is one of the best communities I have ever participated in. I have been a member of a variety of different things, but this is not like membership. This is like-minded, modern, prioritizing people, similar ideas, thought leadership. This is where the future is. And for Gen Z, let me tell you, this is where to start. There is no comparison to anything I've ever done in my entire career in this industry as I feel today about Club Ichi. So I am going to go a little bit quicker and introduce one of the greatest entertainers that I remember meeting in the basement of my house. And I know it sounds a little crazy, but that's where I used to run my business way back when.
Hey, that's where Steve Jobs started, in his garage.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just like Steve Jobs, but I'm still alive, thank God. Okay, so this young man came to see me, and he told me, he was a magician, mentalist, whatever. And he said, let me show you some stuff. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, okay, show me something I haven't seen before. And he was already nervous about that. And then I said to him, you can't go out to an event that I'm doing dressed like that. So this is how you have to look. And I showed him a few pictures. And I'm sure he was rolling his eyes. And if I were to have walked out of my house, being told that, I probably would say, screw you, lady. But he didn't. He stuck with me. And you know what? Look where he is today. He's speaking on stages around the world. He is a mentalist beyond, and I am so happy to introduce to you Jan Markson.
Hey, Janice. Thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, I haven't seen you in a long time, but I know you're really busy. You're with Speaker Spotlight now, and you're like you're like up like a celebrity.
Thank you. But you did tell me to wear this jacket today, so
I did.
Things have not changed.
Okay, you're right, I did. I have to be honest. I saw his picture of him dressed in this jacket, and honestly, I thought it was stunning. So I said, please wear that jacket. And he did. He's still listening to Silly Janice. Okay, I'm leaving the stage to you.
Thank you, Janice.
Enjoy.
Thank you. All right, what's up, folks? This little segment here is going to look and feel a little bit different. And my goal over the next 15 to 20 minutes is for you to feel different and think differently about yourself, your potential, and your future. Now, obviously, we're not pre-recording this. This is live. This is happening in Toronto, and I have a few people here with me that we're going to meet in just a little bit because it wouldn't be that interesting if I read my own mind. Now, this is going to be interactive. So even if you're behind the screen, I need you to pay attention. Make sure your screen is open because this is going to be something you need to participate in. Now, we've all heard this expression, right? Perception is reality. And I've always been really curious to understand how much is perception really reality? I've dedicated my life and my career to learning and performing and speaking professionally about what I call the power of perception. And before doing this full time, I was the head of marketing and communications for a predictive analytics and AI company. And what I noticed was the same and the one consistent thing between those two worlds. It was consistent from the stage to the boardroom. Was that our perception, the way that we perceive information that's coming into our minds, the assumptions that we have, those alter our expectations. Those expectations craft and drive our behaviors. And those behaviors can alter our reality. Now, why is this actually important to you? Well, obviously today there are a lot of challenges in the world, and not just in the events industry, but I think people are feeling this all over the world. Now, I'm actually very optimistic about the future. You see, I think that it's people like yourselves that are sitting behind the screen today in the events profession that are really uniquely positioned to actually create the future we want to see. For example, I really believe that the future is overwhelmingly human. especially in a world dominated by AI fatigue. I think that live events in the next several years are only going to skyrocket in value. And it's going to be professionals like yourselves that are going to bring together the humans that are required to harness new ideas, to reinvent the future, and to have those conversations that are going to create the world we want to live in. Now, I'm going to use some magic and mentalism right now to illustrate this point, and I need you to be part of this. So make sure you turn off your Facebook browser for a second, switch to this tab, and take a look at the screen. I'm going to show you something on the screen here. So if you can see the screen, in a moment I'm going to show you 5 cards. What I want you to do is just memorize one of those cards. And ladies, I'd like you to look at the TV in front of you and do the same thing. So take a look at these 5 cards here and memorize just one of these cards. Now, once you've memorized it, I want you to keep it in your mind and take a look at these cute little animals, all right? What you're gonna do is, with your mind, you're gonna tell them what your card is, okay? So you look them deep into their eyes. I want you to look them deep into their eyes, all right? And I want you to tell them with your mind what card you're thinking of, all right? Now, give me a thumbs up if I removed your card. Yes? Okay, look at that. I can almost sense all the thumbs up going up. There's a few people giving me a different figure, but that's fine, we'll take it. Here's the thing, right? I think some of you already know what's going on here. I'm gonna kind of reveal it a little bit here, because I think it's gonna teach you something. I showed you these 5 cards right here. Some of you play poker, you might have memorized other cards, right? And then I went to this slide here, I removed all 5 cards, so no matter which card you would have picked, your card would have been gone, and this trick would work anyways, right? It's cheating, but that is what I do. But here's the lesson here. The lesson is, if you play poker, you see a 2 pair here. Maybe you picked one card and switched to another, right? But as soon as I went to this slide over here, your mind made an executive decision on your behalf. It said, this piece of information is very important. I'm going to keep it in my mind. Everything else I'm going to immediately erase. Because our brain likes to be efficient, we need to save hard drive space. And the thing is that we do this thousands of times every single day. Not just in the small decisions, but in some of the most critical decisions in our lives. You know, these cognitive biases right here, these heuristics and patterns and information that we put into our mind that goes through this kind of a filter, this is what allows a magician to perform a trick or a marketer to make you click. And even though a lot of it does happen in our subconscious, and a lot of it is based on our previous experience and available information, not even true information, just whatever information is in front of us, right? The reality is that you also have a superpower. And as a human being, it's something that we don't really share with other creatures. It's the power of metacognition. It's the ability to think about how you think. Now, it sounds simple, but it's really powerful because this is what allows us to change our mind. This is what allows us to come up with new ideas, to shift perspectives to somebody else's perspective and have empathy for their situation. It's very powerful, but great powers come with great responsibilities. As a mentalist, I know how powerful words are, and I'm going to show you guys how powerful words can be as well. So let's try this as an experiment together. Let's get off the slides for just a moment so everyone can see these people here. And we're going to do this together, but I want people on the internet, wherever you are in the world, I want you to try this as well. So I really want you to try. It might feel silly, but try this with me, okay? Close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes and just relax. Don't fall asleep, though, because I'm going to need you back, okay? Close your eyes. And if you're at home, close your eyes. This is going to take 20 seconds. I want you to imagine a door in front of you, all right? I want you to imagine what this door looks like, the color of the door. I want you to look at the doorknob. And now I want you to imagine yourself opening this door, okay? And now open your eyes. Were you able to do that? Okay, perfect. Now watch this. We're going to do this again, but we're going to do this a little bit differently. So listen carefully. Ready? Close your eyes. I want you to imagine that door one more time. You have this door in front of you. It could be the same door, different door. It doesn't matter. I want you to look at the doorknob. And this time, what you're going to do is you're going to try to open this door. So I want you to imagine yourself trying to open this door. Now open your eyes. Let me ask you a question. The first time, you were able to open the door, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you open the door the second time?
No.
No.
You didn't.
No.
You see, here's the thing. Words have meaning. Words have associations. The word try is often associated with it's not going to happen.
Oh, right.
We have a choice. We could say, I'd like to do this, or I'll try to do this, or I will do this, or I'm doing this now. I'm already in that process. And depending on how we say things, it will change not only how you communicate with other people in terms of persuasion and influence, but it also has an effect on yourself, on your own identity, on your own associations, expectations you have. Now let's make this a little bit more fun. Let's take it one step further, okay? Now I want to be really honest about this, so ladies, please be honest here. Before we started filming, in order to save some time, because we're on a tight schedule today, right? You've been asked to think of some things in your mind, but you did not share with me what you're thinking, and you never told anyone what it is. Is this true?
That's true.
Okay, let's start with Merlene. Now, Merlene, you're an event planner out of Toronto. Merlene, would you please come join me up here? Guys, give Merlene a big round of applause. Merlene, come join me over here. Now, Merlene, we've never met before today. Is this true?
That's true. It's my first time seeing you, meeting you.
Yeah, you don't have to be so happy about this. I'm just saying this is not set up. This is like, what you are all seeing is literally what's happening. You've been asked to think about somebody from your childhood, somebody who taught you to have confidence and a positive mindset.
That's right.
Right? I mean, it could be anyone. It could be a grandparent. It could be a teacher. It could be your probation officer. I don't know what your childhood was like. So just, you have this person in your mind, right? I want you to face that camera that's right in front of us. And I want you to just close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this person's face. Can you see their face in your mind?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Can you hear their voice in your head?
I can.
Hold on. Open your eyes. You might want to see somebody about that, Marlene. You shouldn't hear voices in your head. All right? Now, what's interesting is as soon as I asked you to imagine this person, your voice changed. You became a lot more calm. Your breathing slowed down. I mean, of course, you were nervous when I first got you up here, but as soon as I asked you to visualize this person, you had this calm wash over your body. And I can see that this is not just a random friend from school when you were a little kid. This is somebody a little bit more meaningful. I think this is someone from your life. From your family, and obviously you're doing this, which is the universal sign for yes. Now, watch this. Don't say who it is. I want you to just look forward. Don't move your lips. Don't move your eyes. Just in your head, say this person's name. Go.
Okay.
There it is. And you've all seen that, right? If you watch. She did this. She went, right? Now, here's the thing. This tells me that there's two parts of the name, almost like two syllables, or divided into two parts. He went like this, almost spelling it out. Like, my name is Jan. You're going to go, right? Okay. If it's Peter, you're going to go. If it's like a really long name, you'll see the person doing this kind of thing. That's not what you did. I'm going to write down what I believe is what you said inside of your mind just now. Now, bear in mind, this really is not set up. I know this looks like we're all together in the studio, but we've never met. You've just been asked to think of this name in your mind. And would I be right to say, because I'm just going to take a guess right away here, I think this is somebody from your family.
Yes.
This is one of your parents.
You're right. Yes.
This is your mother.
Yes.
Okay, we're on the right track. I'm going to write down your mother's name. Okay, I'm going to write down just her first name over here. Okay.
Okay.
Can you please tell everybody for the first time, what is your mother's name?
Okay, I have it written
Just say
here.
it out loud.
Digna.
Like this? No. Is this the name?
Yes.
Dina. Very good. Amazing. Give her a big round of applause. Now, just real quick, what's something that you've learned from your mother that you could share with us? It could be something simple.
Courage, power. She raised 6 kids on her own.
So, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, very strong woman.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Thank you so much, Marlene.
Thank you.
One more time
That's
for Marlene,
amazing.
everybody. Thank you, Marlene. All right, let's go to Vanessa. Vanessa works here at BB Blanc Studio. And Vanessa, come stand to my right over here. We decided to do something a little bit different with you. I actually didn't limit you at all. I literally just said, think of anything that you're passionate about, something that interests you, brings you positive energy in your life. And I want you to see it in terms of an image in your mind. Now, did you share this with anyone? Did you tell me what it is at all?
No, not at all.
Is there any way that I would know what this image is?
No.
No. I'm going to give you this board. First of all, did you draw, like, in your mind, right? Is it like this or like this?
The first way.
Like this? Okay. Let's try this. This gives me a little bit of a clue as well, because if you drew the CN Tower, you're going to do this. A train, obviously, like this. Here, you take this.
Okay.
I'm going to take this. We're going to stand back to back. I'm going to give you this marker.
Gosh.
Okay? Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same thing. Let's stand back to back, and we're going to try together. Wait, don't start yet. Did you already start?
No.
Okay, don't start, because sometimes people think I can hear the marker, right? I want you to visualize what it is. Vanessa, you ever had like almost like a psychic connection or psychic experience with someone before?
No.
Like, for example, the phone rings, right, Vanessa? And before you even pick it up, you kind of know who's calling?
That's true. Yes,
right?
that does
But that's
happen.
called caller ID, right? That's not psychic. Yeah, anyone can do that. It's included in most plans these days. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to go first. This is something to do with very much with nature. This is something where you're outdoors and you're just really relaxed. You're on your own, and it's very warm in your imagination. It's like warm air, and there's a sound of water, but somehow in your You're not imagining water. So let's try it like this. You go ahead and draw whatever it is that you drew. I'm going to draw the best rendition I can of what I think it looks like. I hope this is going to make sense. I'm not a great artist.
Neither am I, so.
Okay, so that's going to be perfect.
We'll just try.
Perfect. All right, I'm done. Are you still going?
No.
Okay, good.
It's going to look
It
terrible.
would be weird if I was done and you're still drawing for 20 minutes. You ready? We're going to show it to the camera on count 3. 1, 2, 3.
No. Stop it. No, no, no.
Yours look a lot more realistic. Is this just you being on vacation, just relaxing, being in nature?
Yes, but it also represents Jamaica for me.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's
it
what
just
it
got
is.
hit by the
Right.
hurricane. Yeah.
That's right. It's on a lot of people's minds right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
What
Vanessa,
the-
everybody. she wants to know how this is possible.
How is it possible?
All right. All right. Last but not least, we're going to invite Nicole over here. Nicole, come join us. Guys, please welcome Nicole. Everybody deserves an applause. You know, these people volunteered to be here in front of you. Nicole,
Yep.
have you ever solved the Rubik's Cube before?
Never.
Okay. And you know what? I actually never solved the Rubik's Cube before until I did. And you know how I did it?
How?
I Googled it.
Oh.
Yeah, it turns out that it's actually quite simple to do. And the first time I solved it, I realized I trick people for a living, but I'm never going to trick anybody as badly as my mind tricks me. Like it tells me what I can do, what I can't do, what's possible, it's not possible for me. So let's try this with you. Most people, when they're solving a cube, they're just kind of mixing it and solving one layer at a time. So what they're doing is they're doing this, they're solving the first layer, second, third. I'm not going to get you to do that right now. I'm just going to stand forward towards the camera, grab the cube behind your back. Yeah, make sure you don't drop it onto the floor.
Yep.
And just start rotating in slow motion and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Nicole, I want you to imagine that you are only about 5 or 6 years old. Where was home when you were 5 or 6 years old?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. So you're sitting in Winnipeg, very warm Winnipeg, right? Of course, everybody knows Winnipeg is a very warm place, like Jamaica. You're going to imagine you're in Winnipeg. I want you to imagine you're sitting, you're watching TV. So you're playing with this little Rubik's Cube in your hands as a 5-year-old, but you're watching TV, you're not paying attention. Maybe Ninja Turtles, what's on TV?
Barbie.
I want you to imagine Barbie on TV.
Okay.
Wasn't around back then on TV, I don't think, but let's just, okay. And now, as you're watching TV, you just get distracted. You look back down at your hands in your imagination, and you notice that somehow you manage to actually solve the cube to your own surprise. When you see that, I want you to open your eyes. Did you just see it?
Yeah.
Show the cube to everybody.
No. No, no, no.
No way. What?
You did a great job.
That is
Yes,
so
you
cool.
can keep that. That's for you. Guys, give Nicole a big
Oh
round
my
of applause,
God.
everybody. Nicole, thank you. Can I have a seat? All right.
That is wild.
Now, here's what I got to share with you here because, you know, we're having fun here, of course. But the thing is, and this is really what I want you to take away from this segment here, and something that I hope you really take seriously. And I'm going to be completely open and transparent with everybody watching, right? I don't have any special powers, right? Honestly, I don't have any kind of special powers. Everything you just saw, any one of you can do. You know, I learned all of this on YouTube, all right? These days, I guess you can do it on TikTok or whatever, right? The truth is that what I've learned performing on stages in Canada and across the United States is that it's not really, the illusions don't actually happen here on stage. The illusions happen out there inside of your mind. My job is to create a narrative, to create a story, to piece sort of a pathway for you to create that illusion and almost feel like it's reality in your own mind. And the thing is, right, that these illusions, they're fun when they're on stage. They're not so much fun sometimes in our minds when they jump into our head on a regular day. And believe me, I actually know this myself pretty well. Like, our mind misleads us all the time. It harnesses doubt and fears, and it cuts off pathways to various possibilities and opportunities. As they say, you know, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever could. But the thing is, I'm not magical, right? I just understand your assumptions that you're making. I understand your perspective. I understand the mindset that you have, and I leverage that to create a story. So I'm going to show you a little slide here. You know, mindset is very powerful, and this woman right here, Dr. Alia Crum, professor at Stanford University, has my favorite definition of mindset, because mindset is one of these terms that's thrown around. But this is what mindset truly is. A mindset is a lens or a frame of mind that orients an individual to a set of associations and expectations. Meaning, you can choose which lenses you put on, and depending on the lens you put on, you're going to have a different zone of possibilities. You're going to have different expectations, and those expectations are going to make you behave differently, and therefore have a different reality. I think this is very powerful. And people come up to me, they go, this is fun, they giggle and all this kind of stuff, and they go, yeah, that's fun, but let's be honest. You know, mindset is powerful, but action is the most important thing. Without action, nothing happens. Sounds good, but I think that's where people misunderstand something here. And that's a major misconception. Because mindset is an action. Mindset is the first and most important action that you can take. It's the lens through which all subsequent actions will take place. You know, mindset is not something that we have. Mindset is something that we do. And so the one takeaway I want you to take with you that you can apply to your life today is to take a moment in your life, inside of your Outlook calendar, literally part of your day, inside of your checklist. Take a moment to stop, breathe, observe your inner monologue. What mindset are you in? Because you have the power to reframe it. You can choose the expectations you want to have, and those expectations will change your future. You know, organizations like Club Ichi and Event Minds Matter are extremely powerful. They have resources for you and brilliant minds, not just in North America, but across the world. There's so many opportunities out there, but they're only there if you're willing to see it. So if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about today, take out your phone for a moment and take a picture of this slide right here. These are 2 books that I recommend, and by the way, if you don't have the time to read books, just ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you. Watch the TEDx, right, of both of these people. The first one is by Carol Dweck. She is the person who coined the term growth mindset. And the second is by Nobel Prize winner in behavioral economics on cognitive biases and effects on our lives, Daniel Kahneman. And finally, that's my name. You can connect with me on Instagram or LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with you, learn more about your perspective. Thank you so much. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Enjoy the rest of this telethon. And with that, I think we're going to bring back Janice. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, yes,
All
yes,
right, here's
yes.
Janice, everybody.
All I want to do, what's the handshake?
It's a hug.
Was this not unbelievable? You know, Canada has talent, and anybody who needs talent when they're coming here has to go to the Idea Hunter. Yes, it's my daughter. But you want somebody for a speaking gig? This guy is amazing. And thank you to these girls. Thank you so much. Back to you, Liz.